Good morning, children. See, today we will start with development and birth. In the last video, we ended with fertilization, isn't it? So, you came to know how the male child or a female child is born and also sex determination in human beings. Now, see, today let us start with development and birth. So, the zygote formed after fertilization in the oviduct undergoes repeated mitotic divisions and embryo is formed. This I have repeated many times, isn't it? The male gamete and the female gamete will unite together to form a zygote. That is after fertilization. Now, this zygote which is formed after fertilization in the oviduct, okay, they undergo repeated mitotic divisions. So, here again mitotic division is going to take place now. And embryo is formed, mass of cell is formed, isn't it? It was only one cell. The zygote was made of only one cell, but now what is going to happen, that is the zygote which is there, it is made up of only one cell. But now here what is going to happen, the zygote which has been formed in the oviduct, it's undergoing many repeated mitotic divisions and an embryo will be formed. Now meanwhile it is pushed towards the uterus. So what is going to happen, uterus is a bag-like structure, isn't it? Now this which is there, which has been formed in oviduct, that is embryo which had been undergone many mitotic divisions, many cells have been formed now, a mass of cells, okay. Now it will be pushed towards the uterus. So once it reaches the uterus, it is implanted, okay, it is implanted over there and further development occurs after implantation. So it gets implanted, it's not going to move, okay. So what will happen, it will get implanted over there and then see the that is development will start taking place. Now an organ called as placenta is formed for supply of food material during the growth in uterus. So after, see, embryo when it is implanted, when it divides by mitotic divisions, okay, and the zygote when it divides and embryo is formed, and this embryo it gets implanted, okay, in the uterus, and then once it gets implanted, the further development will start taking place. Now see, an organ called as placenta, see, this is a tube-like structure, it is connected to the baby, okay, which is in the womb, and to the mother. So what happens, this placenta, it's going to supply food material, the baby is developing, isn't it? The embryo is developing now it requires food for the development. So this placenta is formed, okay, for supply of food material during the growth in uterus. So embryonic development is completed now approximately within 9 months after the fertilization. So you can see below the growth of an embryo is given. Now 4 weeks where the embryo, how it looks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks. Then see, after 3 that is after 12 months you can see 12 weeks, sorry, you can see the development, how all the parts are slowly developing. 20 weeks, 24, 28, 32, and after 36 weeks the development is completed, almost completed. Now, always remember, the man is totally responsible whether the couple will have a boy or a girl child. Up we saw now how the male is having the male is having XY and the female is having XX chromosome. So what is happening when the crossing over takes place? Okay, the man can give X chromosome or the Y chromosome which is having, and female she is having X and X chromosome only. Now the male, whichever chromosome he is giving during fertilization, that is going to decide whether the child is going to be a boy or a girl. Now see, the man is totally responsible whether the couple will have a boy or a girl child. During zygotic formation, man contributes either X or Y chromosome to the next generation. Yes, now during when zygote formation is taking place, that is when male and the female gamete, when they are unite together, a zygote is formed. When during this zygote formation, what is going to happen? The man, he is going to contribute either X chromosome or Y chromosome to the next generation. But females, what they can do? They are having XX chromosome. Yes, now, so they can transfer only X chromosome to the next generation. So at the time of fertilization, if X chromosome comes from male, the son child will be a girl, and if Y chromosome, then the child will be a boy. So thinking of this, is it right to consider the mother responsible for a girl child? We all must take efforts to stop this female ferticide, correct now? You know, from long back, this what is happening, usually the female is held responsible for a male child or a female child, correct now? She is harassed, she is tortured for that, but she is not responsible for that at all. The male is responsible for this. So that is why we have to stop, okay, we have to make efforts to stop this female ferticide. What is this ferticide? You know, when the baby is in the womb, they detect whether it is a male child or a female child, and if it is a female child, they kill it. So that is the ferticide. Side means what? Killing. Ferticide. Fert means fetus and side means killing. So you are killing the fert when it is in the womb of mother if it is female. So we have to completely stop this. Now see which hormone which hormone is released from pituitary of mother once the fetal development is completed. So it is oxytocin hormone. Now under the effect of that hormone, which organ of the female reproductive system starts to contract, and thereby birth process is facilitated. Now see, this that is the uterus, you know, it's bag-like structure I told you. Now this uterus, you know, it consists of muscles. In fact, these muscles are considered to be the strongest muscles in the female body. Now this muscles, you know, they have the capacity to expand and contract. So by this process, that is the birth of child takes place. Now the next one is menstrual cycle. Now female reproductive system undergoes some changes and puberty, and those changes repeat at the interval of every 28 to 30 days. So what happens, you know, this female reproductive system, you know, it undergoes some changes, isn't it, at puberty? So you have studied this, what changes takes place and all. So those changes, they repeat at the interval of every 28 to 30 days. So these repetitive changes are called as menstrual cycle. So these changes, okay, they are going to repeat at the interval of how many days? 28 to 30 days. So these changes which are going to repeat every month after 28 to 30 days, okay, we are going to call it as menstrual cycle. Now this menstrual cycle which is there, it is a natural process and it is controlled by 4 hormones. Okay, which are those 4 hormones? This menstrual cycle, remember, they are controlled by 4 hormones. Okay, menstrual cycle. Now these 4 hormones are follicle stimulating hormone, that is the FSH. Second one is luteinizing hormone. Third is estrogen, and the fourth one is progesterone. So which are the 4 hormones which are which are going to control this menstrual cycle? These are the 4 hormones are follicle FSH, LH, estrogen and progesterone. Follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen and progesterone. So one of the several follicles in the ovary starts to develop along with the oocyte present in it under the effect of follicle stimulating hormone. So what is going to happen? One of the several, there are several follicles in the ovary. Okay, so out of the several follicles, one of the follicle, okay, in the ovary, they will start developing, okay, along with the oocyte present in it. So oocyte is present in that follicle. So this follicle which is there, it will start developing under the effect of follicle stimulating hormone. So the first one, follicle stimulating hormone, see how it is going to help. What is going to happen? This, there are several follicles in the uterus. In one of the uterus, the oocyte is going to be present, and whichever follicle the oocyte is going to be present, it will start developing, okay. And who is going to help this? Follicle stimulating hormone. So this developing follicle secretes estrogen, okay. So this follicle which is developing, okay, this follicle is going to secrete which hormone? Estrogen. So for the growth of follicle, which hormone helped? LSH, isn't it? FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone. Now what has happened? The follicle is developing, okay. So this developing follicle which is there, it is going to secrete the hormone estrogen now endometrium of the uterus starts to develop, okay. You have seen the female reproductive organ diagram, isn't it? So the endometrium which is there of the uterus, it will start developing during the first cycle, or it will regenerate during subsequent cycles under the effect of estrogen. So what has happened? This follicle, it has released the hormone estrogen, isn't it? Now this endometrium which is present in the uterus, they will start developing, okay. So during this development, okay, this estrogen is going to affect them, okay. So the development of this, that is the endometrium, the development of the endometrium is going to take place with the help of this estrogen, which is secreted by this follicle which is developing. Now meanwhile, developing follicle which is there, it will complete its development. It burst under the effect of luteinizing hormone, okay. So what is going to happen? This is going to burst now. The development has fully taken place now, follicle development. Now it is going to burst under the effect of luteinizing hormone, okay. So because of the effect of luteinizing hormone, it is going to burst open, okay, and then oocyte will be released. So this is called as ovulation. Now remaining tissue of the burst follicle forms the corpus luteum, okay. So this remaining tissue of the burst follicle, okay, the burst follicle, oocyte also is released, but there is the remaining tissues which is there, okay, in the follicle. Now this remaining tissue, we call it as corpus luteum. So this corpus luteum, it will start to secrete progesterone, okay. So this corpus luteum, what it is going to do? It will start to secrete progesterone. Now endometrial glands, okay, they secrete their secretion under the effect of progesterone. So such endometrium is ready for the implantation of embryo. See, once again let me explain. Now what is going to happen? The female reproductive system, it is going to undergo changes for during puberty in the interval of 1 month. Every month changes are going to take place at nearly 28 to 30 days, interval of 28 to 30 days. So this we call it as menstrual cycle. This is a very natural process, okay. And this menstrual cycle, it is controlled by 4 hormones. Which are these 4 hormones? Follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen and progesterone. Now what happens is, one of the follicle, okay, there are many follicles in the ovary. Now one of the follicle in which oocyte is present, that is going to start developing, okay. Now this developing follicle, the follicle which is developing, it is going to secrete which hormone? Estrogen. Now, this endometrium of the uterus, it starts to develop, and what it is going to do? It is going to regenerate under the effect of estrogen. Estrogen is secreted by whom? By this growing, developing follicle. Now, what happens, during that time only, the follicle, it completes its development, okay. Once the follicle completes its development, what is going to happen is, it is going to burst open. Then, the oocyte which was present inside this follicle, it is going to be released. And the material which is left over, the remaining part of the tissue, it is going to form the corpus luteum. Now, this corpus luteum, it is going to secrete the hormone progesterone. So, the now endometrial glands, they secrete the secretion under the effect of progesterone. So, now this endometrium, is ready for the implantation of embryo. Now, you can see the diagram is given here. Changes in the ovary during menstruation. So, pituitary gland you can see, okay. So, there are oocytes, okay. Then you can see the fully grown follicle now. Yes, this fully grown follicle, in the diagram you can see it has burst open, okay. Then the oocyte is coming out from this follicle, okay. Then corpus luteum, the remaining material you can see. Then corpus albicans. So, this corpus luteum, which has been formed, okay, by the remaining tissue, this is going to secrete the hormone progesterone, okay, and also estrogen. Now, this is ready for implantation. Now, down menstrual cycle is given, changes in the uterus during menstruation, okay. Period of menstruation is given, okay. Now, period of regeneration of endometrium, ovulation period, and period of secretions of glands in endometrium. So, this is beginning of new menstruation. Now, if oocyte, oocyte was released now this oocyte, if it is not fertilized within 20, this oocyte was released by follicle which was grown, developed, correct. Now this oocyte, it has to be fertilized. If it is not fertilized within 24 hours, so the time span for it is how much? 24 hours. Now this oocyte, if it is not fertilized within 24 hours, then this corpus luteum will become inactive, the remaining part of the tissue which was there, this formed corpus luteum now from the follicle, the remaining part of the tissue, oocyte was there and some tissues were there, correct now. So oocyte was released. Now this oocyte, if it is not fertilized in 24 hours, this remaining part of the tissue, this corpus luteum, it will become inactive, okay, and then it transforms into corpus albicans. So corpus luteum will get transferred into corpus albicans. Now, due to this, secretion of estrogen and progesterone will stop completely. Now, this hormone was secreted now by this corpus luteum. Which hormone? Estrogen and progesterone. Now, fertilization has not taken place, correct? Now, because the fertilization has not taken place, this secretion will stop completely now. The secretion of which one? Estrogen and progesterone. Now, endometrium starts to degenerate in absence of these two hormones. So, what will happen? The endometrium which had been formed, it will start degenerating now. Because why this endometrium it will start degenerating? Because the estrogen and progesterone, it has stopped completely now, the process of this secretion which would have helped this endometrium. This has stopped completely. So naturally the further process will stop and this endometrium which had been formed, it will degenerate. So tissues of degenerating endometrium and unfertilized ovum are discarded out through vagina. So what has happened? This endometrium which degenerated. Why it degenerated? Because the process of secretion of estrogen and progesterone has stopped completely. These two hormones which would have helped. Now because the secretion of these two have stopped, the degenerating endometrium and unfertilized ovum, it cannot stay there, so it has to be thrown out, discarded out, correct now? So it's going to be thrown out or discarded out through vagina. So this is accompanied with continuous bleeding. So bleeding continues approximately for how long? For 5 days. So we call this as menstruation. Now unless the oocyte is fertilized, the embryo is implanted. Okay, so the if the oocyte is fertilized, this till now what you saw, if the oocyte, okay, was not fertilized, then the endometrium will degenerate, and this will be accompanied with continuous bleeding, and it will be discarded out through the vagina. But if the oocyte is fertilized and embryo is implanted, this process is repeated. That is, if the oocyte is not fertilized and if embryo is not implanted, then this process which is there, it is going to continue for every month. So this we call it as menstruation. If the embryo is implanted, then repetition of this cycle will stop temporarily. Okay, if this oocyte gets fertilized, all the above process will not take place. Then what is going to happen? That is the repetition of this cycle, menstruation cycle which was going on, the bleeding which was going on, this will stop temporarily, okay, till the parturition and thereafter period of breast feeding. So once the child is born, once the mother stops feeding the breast feeding milk to the child, till then that is the cycle is going to stop temporarily. Then menstrual cycle is a natural process, and the women experience severe pains during this period. So severe weakness is also felt due to heavy bleeding. So you see woman faces pains during this period, during this menstrual cycle, and she feels weak also, because why? There is severe heavy bleeding. So there is higher possibility of infections also during this overall period, because the mother, that is the lady, becomes weak. Due to all such reasons, there is need of rest along with special personal hygiene. So hygienic health should be maintained. It is very, very important. Now, reproduction and modern technology. Many couples, that is many, the some people, they do not have children, correct now? Due to, there might be various reasons for this. In case of women, irregularity in menstrual cycle, that can be one of the reasons. Then difficulties in oocyte production, oocyte production might not be forming, obstacles in the oviduct, that is this after fertilization of the egg with the sperm, the oocyte, it is going to be deposited in this oviduct, correct now? If there is obstacle in this only, then also the couples face problems. Then difficulties in implantation in uterus, after fertilization you have seen that it gets implanted in the uterus, correct now? Embryo gets implanted in the uterus, but if there is problem in the uterus itself, then and many other reasons are responsible for this. So absence of sperms in the semen, these were the problems above, these were the problems in female. Now in male, what can be the problems? The sperms might not be present in the semen, or slow movement of the sperms. The sperms might be moving very slowly. Anomalies in the sperms, okay, are the reasons in cases of males. But now with the help of advanced medical techniques like IVF, that is the in vitro fertilization, surrogacy, sperm bank, and that is sperm bank, the childless couples can have a child, by taking treatment. Okay, the couples who do not have children, so if they that is according to the problems what they are facing, they can take the treatment, okay, from any one of the given that is below given techniques. So we will study these techniques in detail, okay, in the next video. So see this video again and again, try to understand it. Any problem, as usual, I have told you that you can message me on my number.